there's a hidden cost to greatness. The higher you rise, the more eyes turn toward you, not with admiration, but with envy. The Stoics understood this truth deeply. They knew that rare and powerful individuals are not celebrated by the masses, they are often resented, judged, and quietly despised. This is not a flaw of greatness, it is its shadow. And if you truly wish to walk the path of strength, wisdom, or mastery, you must first accept the heavy burden of envy. Jealousy is not born from strength, but from weakness. It grows where insecurity festers, like weeds choking a garden. When a person dares to rise above mediocrity, whether through wisdom, discipline, or virtue, they become a mirror for others. That mirror does not always inspire, more often, it exposes. It forces others to see the gap between who they are and who they wish to be. And instead of climbing upward themselves, many will choose the easier path, resentment. The Stoics taught that envy is proof of impact. Marcus Aurelius wrote that people would resent him for living according to reason, but he did not let that resentment sway his actions. To attract jealousy is to signal that you are walking a path others cannot or will not follow. It is the tax that every rare and powerful person must pay. But why does envy fall most heavily upon those who strive for greatness? The answer lies in the way society perceives power itself, how it misunderstands rarity as arrogance, and excellence as a threat. And this leads us into the second chapter, where we uncover the first reason why rare individuals attract jealousy: their very existence challenges the comfort of mediocrity. When a person chooses discipline over indulgence, clarity over confusion, and strength over weakness, they disrupt the silent agreement that most people have made with mediocrity. The average person seeks comfort, not growth. They want stability, not transformation. But the rare and powerful individual exposes this illusion simply by existing. A disciplined life acts as a reminder of wasted potential. The one who trains the body reveals the laziness of those who neglect it. The one who masters the mind highlights the chaos in others. The one who dares to succeed forces others to recognize the excuses they have clung to. In this way, greatness becomes a mirror, and few can bear what it reflects. Seneca warned that, wherever there is a crowd, there is a danger. The crowd despises the one who rises above it, because the act of rising exposes the choice they never made. It is easier for them to drag the rare individual downward than to ascend themselves. That is the paradox of jealousy: it is not hatred of the other, but hatred of the self projected outward. This is the first reason powerful people attract jealousy: they threaten the fragile comfort of mediocrity. But this alone does not explain the weight of envy. For there is another reason, more insidious and more dangerous: the illusion of superiority that others construct when they compare themselves. And so, in the third chapter, we explore the second reason why jealousy follows greatness: the way comparison distorts reality and poisons the human heart. Comparison is the silent thief of peace. It takes root in the mind when one measures their worth not by their own growth, but against the achievements of another. The rare and powerful person becomes the unwilling yardstick, the measure by which others evaluate themselves. And in this constant measurement, envy is born. The Stoics warned against this trap. Epictetus reminded his students that what belongs to another is not truly within our control, and to envy it is to hand over our peace. Yet human nature struggles to accept this. Instead of looking inward, people glance outward. They ask why another possesses strength, wisdom, or fortune that they do not. Instead of learning, they resent. Instead of being inspired, they feel diminished. This envy is not rational, it is emotional. It blinds the heart and warps the mind. In truth, the rare individual does not steal from others, they simply reflect what others could be, but chose not to pursue. To the envious, this reflection feels like theft, as if someone else's success has somehow robbed them of their own. Comparison feeds jealousy because it magnifies difference. And the greater the difference, the sharper the envy. Thus, the rare and powerful are not admired as models to follow, but envied as rivals to resent. But this leads us deeper still. For there is a third, final reason envy always clings to greatness: the fear of losing control, and the natural resentment toward those who stand above the crowd. In the fourth and final chapter, we reveal this ultimate reason, and how the Stoic response transforms envy into fuel for strength. The final reason why rare and powerful people attract jealousy lies in the primal fear of power itself. Human beings instinctively fear those who rise too high, for greatness disrupts the balance of the ordinary. It creates a hierarchy, whether intended or not. And in every hierarchy, those below feel threatened. The rare individual does not need to boast, nor to claim superiority; their actions alone speak louder than any words. Their calm presence, their discipline, their mastery creates a weight others cannot ignore. This weight unsettles the insecure, because it reminds them of their own lack of control. Power, even silent and humble power, breeds suspicion. It makes people whisper, doubt, and invent stories to bring the strong down to their level. Marcus Aurelius accepted this truth. He knew that envy was the shadow of influence, that to live according to virtue, one would inevitably disturb those who clung to vice. The Stoic answer is not to hide from jealousy, but to endure it with calm indifference. For envy cannot harm the one who does not grant it power. Thus, the rare and powerful will always attract jealousy, for they threaten mediocrity, they expose comparison, and they awaken the fear of power in others. But the wise see envy for what it truly is, a signpost of impact. If no one envies you, perhaps you have not risen high enough. And so, the Stoic path remains clear: do not fear jealousy. Let it be proof that you are walking where few dare to tread. If this lesson spoke to you, remember, wisdom grows when shared. Like this video, subscribe for more Stoic insights, and share it with someone who needs to hear this truth today.